Morning, 6 o'clock on this Thursday. Will it be yes or no for a congestion improvement sales tax? We'll find out later this morning when Elections BC releases the results of Metro Vancouver's transit plebiscite. The ballot asked residents if they would support a 0.5% increase in the provincial sales tax in order to pay for $7.5 billion in transit improvements. Both the yes and no sides aren't making any predictions, but both sides say they're optimistic about the outcome.
I'm looking forward to hearing the results. You know, it's been a long campaign, and you know, we're on the verge here of finding out what our direction for transit and transportation is.
We didn't have millions of dollars like the yes side to spend on polling and fancy prediction models. All we know is what we heard from everyday taxpayers, and that's they were tired of seeing TransLink waste their money, and they were tired of spending so much of their money in taxes. So we're hopeful that that message comes through.
You know, if the plebiscite isn't successful, I guess TransLink and the province will have to come up with another way to meet us in moving forward with some of their projects. But it's not going to stop us in any way from continuing to invest record amounts of money into BC.
Well, it's been a busy night and morning for accident investigators on the Upper Levels Highway in North Vancouver. It appears as though the driver of a Porsche somehow lost control and hit a couple of vehicles before smashing into the guardrail. At least 4 vehicles were involved in this crash. As a result, police had all eastbound lanes near the Westview exit shut down for several hours overnight. Traffic is now getting through in both directions. 8 people have been taken to hospital. No word, though, on the extent of their injuries. For the 4th time in 5 days, a WestJet flight has been the subject of a bomb threat. The latest incident involved a plane taking off from Vancouver. The flight from YVR to Toronto was diverted to Calgary yesterday after the airline says it received a bomb threat. The plane landed safely and all 35 passengers and crew exited the aircraft without incident. The bomb threat was later considered to be a hoax after no explosive device was found. This is the 5th bomb threat involving a Canadian airliner in the past week. 4 people are facing criminal charges after protesters clashed with police at a cannabis rally in downtown Vancouver. The demonstration took place outside the Vancouver Art Gallery yesterday. Police say one man was arrested when he was seen openly selling marijuana to minors. When officers handcuffed him, they were surrounded by protesters and used pepper spray to bring the crowd under control.
We've never had problems with Cannabis Day before, ever. And we've worked with the city and the Vancouver police to make it safe. So someone somewhere is exerting pressure, and they created the chaos today.
An evacuation order for roughly 100 people living in Kamloops has been lifted after a flash flood and severe thunderstorms forced them from their homes earlier this week. Cleanup and drying out will continue in this neighborhood for the next couple of days, and some people may still be without power this morning. The province says it will be stepping up with financial assistance for those impacted by Tuesday's storm. Unlike intense flooding last July, there wasn't much damage to the city's infrastructure this time around. Luckily, no injuries have been reported. Tinder dry conditions across our region have prompted the District of West Vancouver to crack down on barbecues at local parks and beaches. The fire rating was upgraded to extreme yesterday afternoon. That means a restriction is now in effect on charcoal and propane barbecues at parks right across the district. A wide sweeping campfire ban has also been in effect across BC since last week. If you are still putting food waste or organics in your garbage, take note. Metro Vancouver says the grace period is now over and fines will now be enforced. All businesses and residents must now separate out organic waste, including yard trimmings, from their garbage. That includes people living in multi-family complexes. If garbage bags are found to contain more than 25% worth of food waste, fines will be levied against garbage collectors, which could be passed on to offenders.
If a waste hauler gets surcharged, they will then charge that back to the offending unit or the offending complex that gave them that garbage.
Well, tens of thousands of people are expected to attend Vancouver's Greek Summerfest, which kicks off later today. The 11-day festival is the city's biggest celebration of Greek culture, but a financial crisis in Greece right now is threatening to overshadow this event. Many community members have family who are affected by the bank shutdown ahead of Sunday's critical referendum on the latest bailout measures.
I have family there that are obviously affected by this crisis, and certainly unemployment, the bank closures most recently, all these things do affect them. And affecting them also does affect us to a degree, for we care about them. The reality is, though, that we're really limited in what we can do for them at the moment.
Canada Day brought celebrations across BC, which included fireworks, family time, and plenty of sunshine. One of the larger celebrations in Vancouver took place at Granville Island yesterday. Hundreds of people dressed up in red and white and took in food and music from all over the world. One of the biggest crowd pleasers, of course, was the parade.
There was a hockey guys going across the parade, and it's a nice day.
Celebrate the fact that Canada had a birthday, because everybody deserves a celebration that we're all united as one.
I like to see all the people dressed up in all their Canadian stuff and, you know, being proud and, you know,
celebration.
Beautiful day, nice hot weather.